We have the New York Jets going against the New England Patriots. This is your Thursday night football matchup in New York. This is your Week 3 2024 prediction and preview video. Hit subscribe if you're new. Also hit the like button. Let's start off with the home team, the New York Jets. The New York Jets are coming off a very strong win last week against the Tennessee Titans. Their offense is still in the beginning stages with Aaron Rodgers. It was just his second full game to play. We all know how last season ended for Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. And so far, Aaron Rodgers has looked good. He was 18 of 30 last week for 175 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. I will say this. The offensive line protection is spotty. Some drives, they look very good. Other drives, not as much. They have to consistently go out there and protect Aaron Rodgers as much as possible. And the play calling with Nathaniel Hackett has gotten better. In this game against the Patriots, it is going to be tough. It's the reason why the Patriots are 1-1. And they're coming off an OT thriller against the Seattle Seahawks, a high-powered offense. You cannot go into this game and treat the Patriots like they're below-level competition because they can be a very dangerous team in this division. And not too many people are talking about that right now. But I'll talk more about that with the Patriots on their side of things. When I look at the Jets, it starts up front. Can they continue to protect Aaron Rodgers? And can guys continue to help out Garrett Wilson? We all know that Garrett Wilson is a true number 1 wide receiver with the New York Jets. Last week, 4 catches, 57 receiving yards. He is bound to go out there and have a breakout day. I don't think it's going to happen in this game because Christian Gonzalez and those guys on the opposite side are beasts. But it doesn't mean that you can't still go out there and target guys like Allen Lazard, Garrett Wilson, and even Braylon Allen. Braylon Allen is a running back, but he had 2 touchdowns last week against the Tennessee Titans. He shredded their defense. He had 7 carries for 33 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. He also had a receiving touchdown as well. Go out there and continue to feed him the football with Breece Hall as well. Allen Lazard has to be more consistent in this game. A couple of weeks ago against the San Francisco 49ers, he did have 2 receiving touchdowns. One of the touchdowns came in garbage time, but he has to be consistent. He only had 2 catches last week. That was it. 2 catches for 11 yards. They're paying him a lot of money. Mike Williams is still coming back from that ACL injury. Did not play any snaps against the San Francisco 49ers. Last week, had 1 catch for 19 yards. They need the wide receivers to step up and show you some consistency on the outside. We know that Breece Hall can go out there and he can make a big play with his legs. You hope that Braylon can come in and also be a very good running back. And so far he has been. But I want to see more consistency in this game from the wide receivers. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have to go out there and throw for 300 yards in this game or even any game moving forward because of how good the defense will be and how good they have been in the past. Take care of the football, take care of Aaron Rodgers, and take what the defense gives you. You do not want to get into a situation to where the Patriots are walking away with interceptions or fumbles and you're giving Jacoby Brissett and that offense more time because they're going out there and they're trying to control the line of scrimmage and they're trying to run the football as much as possible. And to talk about the line of scrimmage, right now the New York Jets are having a hard time pressuring the quarterback on a consistent rate. Last week, you did have 4 sacks against the Tennessee Titans. That's a bad offensive line, and that was a turnover-prone quarterback in Will Levis. No disrespect to him, but so far in his career, he's having problems with taking care of the football. You're going against Jacoby Brissett and the New England Patriots. They're more conservative. They want to run the football as much as possible. Their wide receivers are not the best, but they do have a tight end that can go out there, and he can lead them in receiving yards. Take away Hunter Henry and make those weapons on the outside have to beat you. I am concerned about the New York Jets pass rush because right now when you look at him, Jermaine Johnson tore his Achilles last week. He's going to miss the rest of the season. You have a guy, Hassan Reddick, has not even showed up to the building yet because he's still holding out for a contract extension. And it seems like they're not going to get that resolved anytime soon. So now you're depending on guys to go out there like Will McDonald, who is a very good pass rusher, but he's even better when he can take breaks here and there. You have Javon Kinlaw, who is a very good defensive tackle. Quinn Williams, one of the best defensive tackles in the game. I like Michael Clemens as well. I like him a lot, but they're missing a lot of depth pieces right now due to injury and also due to contract issues as well. And this defense is banged up. CJ Mosley is questionable for this game. I think the NFL really needs to look at the Thursday night slate moving forward because this is a short week, not just for the Jets, but also for the Patriots. So be on lookout for how the defense will look out there. You're going to see guys like Tat McKinley possibly go out there and get more snaps for this upcoming game because of how shorthanded they are right now due to injuries. If CJ Mosley can play, that would be great. If he can't play, that would suck. But you have Jamin Sherwood, who is a very good linebacker in his own right. I like Quincy Williams a lot as well. But they're going to need C.J. Mosley to go out there. You want guys to go out there and stop the run of Ramondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson as well. When I look at the cornerbacks, they have one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, and Sauce Gardner. I'm not worried about him. To me, he's a true number one cornerback. He can go out there and he can shut down any wide receiver with the New England Patriots. But be on lookout for Jalen Polk. That's the guy that they selected in this year's draft class. He's starting to form a good chemistry with Jacoby Brissett. When I look at the rest of the secondary, DJ Reed is questionable for this game, but Michael Carter II is good to go. He's going to play in this game. So the New York Jets, they're dealing with injuries, but we're starting to see Robert Saleh go out there and try to scheme up pressure on his own, try to get the secondary in the right direction. He's one of the best defensive head coaches in the game, and I trust him to have an elite game plan against this scrappy Patriots team. Now let's talk about the New England Patriots. Last week was a tough loss for the Patriots. They went out there against the Seattle Seahawks, and they lost in overtime. Now, not too many people are talking about the Patriots, but Jacoby Brissett so far has looked like a solid quarterback, and they're doing the right thing here. Push your veteran out there and let Drake May develop this year. Jacoby Brissett last week was solid, 15-27 for 149 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown. He did get sacked 3 times. They're trying to run their way to victory. Antonio Gibson had 11 carries for 96 rushing yards last week against a tough Seattle Seahawks defense that's being coached up by Mike McDonald. You also look at what Ramondre Stevenson was able to do. 21 carries for 81 rushing yards on the season, 1 rushing touchdown. He also fumbled in this game. He is having a fumbling issue right now. He had fumbles against the Cincinnati Bengals, but they went out there and they won that game. He has to take care of the football. Jacoby Brissett has not put the football in harm's way just yet this season, but Ramondre Stevenson has. Be on lookout for that because Coach Mayo comes from the Bill Belichick tree. If Ramondre Stevenson continues to fumble the football, he's not going to see the field as much. And we saw that last week with Antonio Gibson getting a lot of the snaps, especially towards the end of the game. Ramondre Stevenson is a beast of a running back, and he can be a true bell cow, but he has to go out there and he has to take care of the football. And I really like his skill set as well. And they just gave him a contract extension. The wide receivers need to step up. Demario Douglas so far only has 2 catches for 12 yards. Jalen Polk is a guy I like a lot. Had a receiving touchdown last week. 3 catches for 18 yards on the season. KJ Osborne needs to be better as well. I understand that these wide receivers are young and they still need to go out there and develop. But in order for you to beat the New York Jets, you're going to have to beat press coverage. And I can see the New York Jets going out there and trying to press up on the wide receivers of the Patriots. The smart thing is this. Well, the good thing is this for the Patriots. You have a quarterback in Jacoby Brissett. Going to dink and dunk his way down the field, throw a lot of passes behind the line of scrimmage. And when you do come up, hopefully a guy like Jalen Polk can beat you over the top. The key to victory here for the Patriots is for the offensive line to go out there and protect Jacoby Brissett as much as possible. The offensive line showed a lot of struggles in week 1, and they showed struggles last week as well against the Seattle Seahawks, but yet you were still in that game. Jacoby Brissett got sacked 3 times, and you can't say he's holding on to the football for too long. It's back to my point of wide receivers. They have to get open quicker. Hopefully their brand new offensive coordinator can go out there and help those guys out. I like the offense so far. I just want to see some more explosive plays from the wide receivers. Hunter Henry has been a baller, and he's been the best receiving threat for them so far this season. Continue to feed him, especially in the red zone situation. And I understand that their offensive line is beat up right now. No Cole Strange, but you still have some solid pieces on the offensive line. When I look at the defense, this is where the money is made. You have guys like Keon White who can go out there and put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Not too many people are talking about this kid. He has 4 sacks on the season and 1 forced fumble. Shout out to the Patriots. They traded Matthew Judon away to the Atlanta Falcons, and they're still getting pass rush because of coaching. Shout out to Coach Mayo and the guys on the defensive side of the ball as well for doing their thing. They get a lot of credit from me. You have Devon Gotcha as well, who is a very good run-stopping defensive tackle. You want to go out there in this game, stop the run, stop Garrett Wilson, and like I mentioned earlier before, you have Christian Gonzalez. Last season, before he tore his labrum against the Dallas Cowboys, he was regarded as one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. Not just for rookies, but for all cornerbacks. So put him on Garrett Wilson. At some point in time, Aaron Rodgers will look his way, and he'll try to force him the football. Then you could possibly get him. That's how he threw the interception against the San Francisco 49ers. And it wasn't on Aaron Rodgers, by the way. It was just a good play on the defender. You have to be scrappy and continue to play very good defense. This is a defense last week that went out there, and they did a very good job against Geno Smith and that high-powered offense. They kept the game close. If it wasn't for the Ramondre Stevenson fumble, maybe they go out there and they win that game. When you look at the Cincinnati Bengals game, Part of the reason why they won that game is because Ramondre Stevenson was a beast, but also because their defense is getting to Joe Burrow. Give the Patriots defense a lot of credit. Juwan Bentley is out for the rest of the season. That really sucks. That is terrible for them. He was really starting to come into his own in the interior linebacking spot. You have Josh Uche as well. I like him a lot. Has not recorded a sack on the season. He needs to be better. I like Kyle Duggar at the safety position. Jabril Peppers is questionable for this game. But even if those guys can't play, you still have Jonathan Jones at the cornerback position, Christian Gonzalez, and Marcus Jones is on pace to play in this game as well. With that being said, this is going to be a defensive-led game. You have two defensive-minded coaches and Coach Mayo, who is a former linebacker for the New England Patriots. You also look at Robert Saleh. You already know what he's about. He's the former defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. I think the New York Jets walk away in this game, and I think they come away with the win 23-20. This is going to be a close game, and I think a lot of games moving forward will be close for the New England Patriots. They're not as bad as some people say they are. But let me know in the comment section below, who do you have winning this game? The New England Patriots or the New York Jets? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, I want each and every last one of you guys stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. God bless. Peace.